tastes delicious, smoky, mushroomy, super savory. Also, there's some animal fat in there too, probably pork. Right here, we have the knife cut noodles. Just nice, big, irregular strands soaking up all that delicious broth. Oh wow, it is a thick, hearty noodle, but the best part is that broth. This is a simple, straightforward, hearty bowl of deliciousness. Look at the sheer massive quantity of noodles that are in this bowl. That is a meal right there, my friends. This place could easily rip you off. They could be charging people $20, $30 a bowl if they wanted to, but no, the price for these noodles, it is only 11,000 won. So you can come to a Michelin recognized restaurant and get a bag full of noodles for under $8. That's a great value. From Korea's most famous noodle, we have come here to one of Korea's oldest noodle restaurants right behind me. A restaurant known as Jinju Hwaegwan. As you can see, this restaurant was established in 1962, making it 63 years old. This restaurant is famous for one noodle. If you look at the sign, the big word isn't the name of the restaurant, it's the name of the one food this place is famous for, Naenggon Guksu. Now from our last location, we already learned that Guksu means noodle, but Nang means cold. Korea is one of the only countries I've been to that is known for its iconic cold noodles. I'm talking noodles that they add ice to. They want these puppies cold. I shouldn't say puppies, we are still in Korea. Outside the restaurant right now, there is a line forming. We are about to jump in line with those folks too, but here's the problem. We also don't have permission to shoot here, so let's see what happens. Another secret review by Sunny. Because we have 4 people, we've been told to go to the 2nd floor. It is lunchtime and this place is packed. Just looking at how narrow the stairwell is, you can tell this place is old. Not to mention that once you get up here, you have to take your shoes off. In Korea, it's not that uncommon to go to a restaurant where you have to take your shoes off and sit down on the floor. Downstairs, it is the modern style. Up here, very traditional. So you get this traditional aroma of all these shoes mixing together. All right, folks, we have just been sat quite literally on the ground, and I cannot believe how busy this place is. I don't really see any tourists. This seems like normal people just coming here to get a good, solid lunch. There are no menus on the table. Rather, it's a very traditional style with the menu on the wall. You can see the handful of items available here. You tell the server, they bring it to you easy. 저기요. 꽁국수 4개 해주세요.
여기 선불이요.
Prepaid. Oh, prepaid. Okay, yeah. Just take as much as you want. So I've ordered 4 noodles, 1 for everybody here because we're taking up a lot of space with these guys. All right, take a look at that white, milky broth. A little kimchi on the side. That's good kimchi. A little sweet, a little spicy. That said, let's talk about this. The Naenggon Guksu. Nang means cold, gong means soybean, and guksu is noodle. So actually, if you take a look inside, you will notice there is no meat here. I'm accidentally eating vegetarian food. Now, the broth of this soup is unique because it's made from boiled soybeans. Then it's blended into a thick, smooth soy milk. It can be topped sometimes with cucumber or tomato slices, but ours is not topped with anything. We've got broth and we've got noodles. The main unique fact about this dish, though, is that it's served ice cold. It's very cool. Before we get into the actual noodle, I say we give the broth a shot. Cheers. Oh, okay. It has the same starchy consistency that you would find inside of a bean. It tastes cold, creamy, and starchy. This is something where if you haven't eaten for like 3 days because you've been throwing up and you want to see if you can keep everything down, you might have this. All that said, let's try out these noodles. Right here we have just a giant clump of noodles. They're extremely well coated. Oh, I like that. This is a wheat noodle, but something special happens when you make it cold. It gets very chewy, or el dental. El dentistry. El dental clinic. Which just means that it's kind of chewy. It means to the dental clinic we go. Yes? This is my first time having this dish, and I gotta say, I love it. When you take a big slobbery bite like I just did, it tastes like farts in your mouth a little bit. There's kind of a sulfuriness being put off from the beans. That is not an accident. Beans are the magical fruit, and you know what they make you do. At last, we have come to our final noodle destination of this video, our most expensive noodle at a restaurant known as Myeon Seoul. Myeon means noodle, and Seoul, well, that's the city that we're in right now, baby. Welcome to Myeon Seoul, an artisan noodle shop founded by Chef Kim Do-yoon, who spent over 17 years researching noodles. Work that led him to opening 2 restaurants that were both recognized by the Michelin Guide. Here, his signature creation is the Perilla oil noodle. And there it is. These are the iconic noodles. On the surface, it looks very simple You can see some seaweed on top and then some nice thin wheat noodles underneath. It is a dry noodle, but it's served with perilla oil. Perilla is a leaf that is green on one side and purple on the other side. This is a common leaf that you will see when eating Korean barbecue. You have your lettuce or songchu, and then you have the perilla leaf, which has a very fragrant, perfumey, aromatic smell to it. So here, they've taken that perilla leaf, they've turned that into an oil, and that oil has joined these famous noodles.
But today we won't be trying Chef Kim Do-yoon's signature perilla oil noodle. Instead, we'll challenge him to make an upgraded version that costs over $500.
All right, folks, I am at the noodle making station with Chef Kim right by my side. We are about to make the noodles for this very expensive noodle dish. This is easily going to be the most expensive noodle you will find in this city. Right here in this KitchenAid, we have some wheat flour. Now, that is going to join this in just a moment to make our noodle base. Inside this cup, he has simmered a broth with oxtail, black garlic, and various dried seafood. All of that has been simmering for 2 days, and that is going to be the wet agent that binds with our dried flour. Sir, take it away. Step 1, turn on the mixer. Step 2, slowly drip in gobs and gobs of that yummy flavor. From here, he is saying the dough is finished, which is remarkable because it looks very dry and like it's falling apart and not cohesive. Is this noodles? When do you become noodles? The first step of noodle dough making has finished, so his next move right here is to remove any lumps from the dough. So far, it is just a noodle dust. When will you noodle? Now all of that gets shoved over here to the noodle sheeter. Power on, and slowly the giant cylinder begins to turn. Oh, and down here, take a look. A sheet is being pressed out. What a beauty. I wasn't sure how we were gonna go to kind of a dry crumble to something like this. All the noodle required was an extreme pressure being sifted through a $20,000 noodle sheeter. Cool. This is the noodle conception, and this is the noodle baby. From here, he's gonna feed the noodles through the sheeter 3 more times. And there you go, the final noodle scroll, the noodles of destiny. It's so thin, it's so gorgeous, and it's so perplexing because it started out so dry that I didn't see how it could ever become something like this. And here it is, and that's why this man is the noodle master. Do you ever get your hair stuck in there? Yeah, a couple times. All right, folks, now that we have our noodle roll, it is time to slice our noodles up. So between here and down here, there is some kind of a noodle cutting device within this machine. All this man has to do down here is collect each bunch of noodles, and they're ready to go. All right, folks, we are getting dangerously close to doing our noodle build. But first, I want to explain why this noodle is so expensive. Let's go through some of the ingredients. First of all, right here we have the noodles, which you already saw being made. And then over here, we have the expensive stuff. This is lobster meat, the lobster skin, the red part that you would find on the outside of the lobster. He has peeled that off, and we have a pile of just that. Meanwhile, right here, we have a julienne abalone. Now, that is not even the most expensive part of this. This is the most expensive part of this noodle. Caviar. This tin right here costs over $1,000. Let's get into the noodle build.
Run it up.
Step 1 right here, we have the noodles and they are about to head into the water. Boom, he puts the noodles into a noodle net